Now, you and I both know that if we look down our dating past, and if you go to some of your earlier exploits with women, and you start really delving into what you have acquired knowledge wise, information wise, how many women have you dealt with that would have been blatant hindrances from where you are now?
I'm not going to answer that.
You don't have to. But
Okay.
but the thing is, how many women
A lot of
that,
them watch.
but hold on, because I don't want to. I gotta be, so I gotta be fair too.
Mhm.
How many good quality women did you lose in order for you to learn the lesson to become better?
Yeah.
It works both ways in that sense, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of, I remember, I'll say this, whatever. So I remember, I had a specific ex that, even long after we broke up, she had my head in the world with. And I was hyper motivated to get my act together and to do things properly, because I always held in the back of my mind that one day we might get back together, and I want her to see how much I've grown since the time before. So, in a strange twist of fate, it happens. She comes back, and we get in touch with each other, and I mean everything was great for about a few weeks. But
Mhm.
it taught me a lesson that I never forgot. When I got to that place to where I was showing my track record of all the things that I had started to do, trying to get an education, pursuing job opportunities, really taking certain things serious that at the time I wasn't. I wasn't as ambitious. I wasn't as this. And again, I'm still a fairly young man at the time, so you're not really. It still ain't there, but you're getting there. So none of it was appreciated. None of it mattered. In the long run, none of it mattered. And what I learned was, because it wasn't progress for me, I backslid. I started to fall off. I started to lose the things that I had acquired. I started to lose motivation, lose desire. And it literally took until I pried myself away from the feelings associated with that person and the pedestal that I held that person on, to learn to start doing it for me, is the only time that I really truly understood what true strength was. But it was the experience that taught me, you got to do it because you want it. Because once that person is no longer interested in what you have to give, it'll destroy you. It'll cripple you. You'll lose everything: your mind, your body, your soul, your scruples, everything. You'll lose it all. And
And
all
then
for what?
sometimes it takes us a bit. Sometimes it takes us a bit to learn that and get to that point in our lives to where, you know what, I need to pull myself up by the bootstraps and make something happen for
Exactly.
myself.
And with that, and I tell that story to say, a lot of men nowadays, they are so lost. They're so lost. And it's natural for us to want to have our own children, build our own families, do what it is that we're supposed to do. We want to be men. I don't know very many men that don't want to be men. The thing about it is, being a man is just kind of like the term being black. What is being black? Let some people tell you it's this tick markets, this tick markets. Black people vote Democrat. You ain't black if you do this. Uh, fried chicken, whatever. You know, you can associate a whole bunch of different nonsense to the definition of blackness, your black card, all this other crap that has nothing to do with anything, right? Has nothing to do with anything legitimate. Then you associate a man, and I tell everybody, a man is a man. You a man. I'm a man. What the difference is what kind of man are you? Are you an ambitious man? Are you a lazy man? Are you a wealthy man? Are you a frugal man? You can be some of these multiple at times. You may be a very lavish man in one area, and you may be a very stingy man in others. You know, you may be a strong man. You may be an emotional man. Whatever you want to call it. That's the difference, is that your tick marks are self-defined, and a woman has to decide whether that works for her. I like chick flicks. You sit me in front of chick flicks, I will watch every single episode of Sex in the City, The Devil Wears Prada, 2 movies. Well, not the new spinoff of Sex in the City. That one is whack. But I done watched Grey's Anatomy season 1 through 13. I am a chick flick dude. Some women might say, yo, I like that. I get to enjoy my shows. I can do this, and this with them. And some girls were like, man, no, it ain't, And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
My house might be messy. You might be a neat freak. You might be into Marvel and DC joints. I might not be into that. You like the game. I own gaming systems, but I don't really be on them like that. I own them, but I don't be on them. But some people are religious about that. Some people are religious about anime, manga, the different things that go on in the
roles and all that. Yeah.
So what type of man that you are is self-defined. You choose that for yourself. And it's up to, in the mating strategy, same thing when it comes to women, is the fact that she's a lazy woman, if she's a clean woman, if she's a woman that can cook, a woman that can do anything, her mating strategy is predicated solely off of what she feels her attributes are. So if she focuses more on novelty and how she looks versus what she can do to be an asset to you, guess what? In her mind and in your mind, y'all might connect on the fact that she looks good and she could walk into a room with a nice smile and she could light up the room. She might be a great asset when I'm going to go and do business deals. She's great to go and schmooze with the other wives while I'm trying to negotiate this stuff. She's great to take to the golf course. She's excellent to have because she has that it factor, that wow factor about her. She would be great to run a non-for-profit once we get to XYZ situation.
And she got to be on board with that mission.
But my point is that she may be who she is, and you have to decide if that works. What I'm saying is that whatever she tailors herself to be able to do, to look good, to speak well, takes care of teeth, she's focused on novelty. She might be dumb as a sack of bricks, ain't read a book since Ben Book. But she can babe, just follow my lead and just say what I say, follow what I follow, just do what I do. She might not know nothing, might not have no interest in knowing nothing, but she got an it factor that can be utilized as an asset to whatever it is that you build. And in your mind, her novelty may be more important than her intelligence or her book smarts based on what you see fit. As men, we are generally more geared toward a woman's novelty. And all the other stuff is a bonus. And ladies, if y'all listening to this, all 4.5 women that listen to our podcast, tell a friend. Outwardly, I don't care about what you think. Now, mind you, I want you to listen. Outwardly, meaning that right out the gate from day one, I'm not looking at you from across the room and saying, I bet she got a master's degree. I'm not looking at you, ooh, that's a Gucci purse. I bet she got a Porsche outside. We don't care. I don't care what your reading scores were. I don't care what you scored on the SAT. I don't care what your alma mater is. We get to the place to where we learn that and we begin to care about that. Whereas most times, a woman will likely bypass, and this isn't all women, it ain't all. And Midas, you tell me from the interactions that you've had with women. How many women do you know that will bypass the fact that a man is a jerk because he's got everything else?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same story.
I mean, hell, it happened for me.
Same story.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret too.